Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Spring and in today's video I am going to be talking about my top 5 events. These events had to do with wedding arches, the recent wedding arches that I installed for our local community. So if you enjoy watching these types of videos, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and we're going to get started in today's video. So I'm going to be talking about my top 5 events. My number one would be, which I am still so proud of. I look at it and I love it. But my number one event that I decorated for was the Luxe Wedding Arch. This was the large wedding arch. So this was a very large scale design. I have never decorated anything this scale, so I was very intimidated by the scale of the arch. I tried to decorate this arch a couple different ways. They did not work out. So I had to scratch the work and go back to the drawing board a couple different times. I needed to know that when I decorated this, nothing was going to fall down. It wasn't going to fall over on the bride and groom. Just make sure that it looked good from all angles. So I had finalized the work and the mechanics of how to decorate this arch as beautiful and grand as the bride wanted. So the items that I used for this arch were white hydrangeas, white roses, and Italian ruscas. And I ordered that from Amazon. We also went to every single Dollar Tree here in Las Cruces and we bought as many white bush, they were white florals. I don't know the names of them, but we bought out all the white floral bushes that we could find. We even went over to the next state over to us, which was Texas. It's not far away. It's like maybe 45 minutes. We went into as many as we could and we bought out all the white floral bushes that we could. So I also bought greenery from Hobby Lobby. I bought the greenery that looked a little bit more whimsical and a little bit more viney just to add into this white floral arch. So I love it, the bride loved it, and that is what mattered. So I have one picture, so I'm just going to keep it up on the background. But my number two that I loved were these aisle florals on pedestals. So I went along with the bride to Hobby Lobby and I told her pick whatever flowers you want. So she picked out all the florals. She wanted an array of different colored florals and truly she looked beautiful walking down the aisle with the arch florals on the pedestals. So now the bride, as I mentioned, she decided that she wanted these aisle florals and they were going to be on pedestals, so I did not have pedestals. So the groom DIY'd the pedestals using wood pieces from Hobby Lobby. So he got the long wooden sticks. They're kind of like square dowels, but just long wooden sticks, and then these flat trade florals. And then what he did is he just, he pre-drilled holes into them because the wood is a little bit delicate. So he pre-drilled holes in them, screwed them together, used wood glue and whatnot. So once the church ceremony was done, we also had the floral pedestals taken to the bridal wedding table. So those were placed on the top of the tables for wedding decor as well. And then I believe the bride also used very similar florals in her floral bouquet, which was very beautiful, by the way. So now we're going to move on to number three. Number three would be my DIY bridal shower. So this video is actually the one that helped me get monetized and went viral still to this day. What is it, 4 years later? I still get a lot of views from this particular video. So this has been my most watched video and what actually helped get my channel monetized. So this party wasn't just about the party decor. I also planned out the food and dessert and games. This took many weeks of preparation, and even some of my older children at the time helped me coordinate this bridal shower, helped me decorate it, because on the day of this bridal shower I was working, so I had just came in with enough time to get all the last minute preparations all set up. So for the design for the floral backdrop, I used the large tissue flowers and glued them onto 4 poster boards. So for the large tissue flowers, I bought them from Dollar Tree. I bought dark pink and light pink. I then glued them onto 4 poster boards and just stacked them one on top of the other and used command strips to adhere these floral backdrops to my wall. And the bride to be, she also wanted floor seating. So we used pallets for the tables. We covered them with tablecloths. And then I used, I was working at Hobby Lobby at the time. So I used foam used to make seat covers or seat cushions. And then I covered them with faux fur fabric. It was pink as well. So we had seating, large pillows for her bridesmaids to sit on. And then the other thing that I did is I also, not that it was the only thing I did, but some of the things that stick out to me and that I'm highlighting from the video, they were these clear floral ice cubes. I did use faux florals. Just be sure to wash your faux florals because they do have a lot of dirt in them. And then I have all the instructions in my video, but we use these floral ice cubes in our drinks, and I just felt that everybody helping pitch in, it just definitely helped this DIY bridal shower just feel so loved, and it was definitely a whole vibe. So number 4 on the list, it would be the tea party bridal shower. So the bride-to-be wanted her celebration to be a tea party with real teacups and teapots using garden floral, the style to be like a garden floral style, so which I previously had in stock from another wedding that I had done. So to keep this bridal shower with a nice touch, we used real teacups and teapots that were passed down from family members, and we also sourced some that were gently used from our local consignment shops. The one thing that I did not plan for, since this was an outdoor bridal shower, was the season. Was the wind that picked up after we had already decorated. And granted, this was a very large bridal shower. There were over 75 guests, so we had a lot of tables and a lot of these floral arrangements on the table, and the bride just wanted this very simple. This is all she wanted on the table, was just the teacups and the teapots with floral arrangements in them. But what I did not plan for was the weather. So there were all of her bridesmaids, going in very carefully and, taping all of the teacups and the teapots down because they were a little bit top heavy because they had florals in them. So I would definitely say that no matter what DIY party you are doing, always just look into all the small details, because you never know what could happen. But the other thing that I want to say, my favorites from this particular bridal shower, were all of her bridesmaids brought baked goods. We had a big table set up, and it said, "Let them eat cake." And all of her bridesmaids, even some family members, even some attendees asked, "What can we take to this tea party?" And I love things like that when we are decorating for like a bridal shower, a baby shower, just everybody helping to pitch in. I feel that just brings such a warm, loving feeling to their celebration, and it just helps get them on their way with the gifts and just everybody pitching in and coming together and showing the support for the bride-to-be. And then last but not least, this would be number 5. It would be the wedding arches that I decorated for my local community. So while this is my first public event for my community, I was so excited and happy to provide my services. There was one big thing that happened though. The night before I was supposed to go and install these faux floral installations, I got the stomach bug. I got the stomach flu, and I remember just laying in bed. This is something totally unexpected, but I remember laying in bed and I was like, no, this cannot be happening. Like, why is this happening? It just hit me out of nowhere. And yeah, oh my gosh, I pulled myself together. I knew I had to be there at the Doña Ana County Assessor's office. at like 2 or 3 p.m. and I literally laid in bed, drank as much fluid as I could handle without overdoing it, because I didn't know how I was going to feel over there, and I knew this was a big event for them. Every 14th of February they marry couples for free. So there were, I believe, 25 there were 25 couples that were getting married, and I'm like, I can't just say I'm sick. I can't, I can't be there. So anyway, I had to. The good thing though is that the whole week before I spent that time putting together all of my I spent the time putting together all of my floral arrangements. So again, I reused the garden florals from previous wedding, and I used pool noodles, and I had taken the measurement of the garden arch that they had. And so then I measured out all of my pool noodles, and I said, okay, this will definitely fit. I will put these pool noodles, I will attach them with zip ties and put them all the way up the arch. I also made a couple extra just in case for whatever reason my measurements were off. So that being prepared is what definitely helped me get this commitment done. And then so that is the one I did first, because I didn't have an arch at home to practice on to make sure that everything was going to hold up. So I started with that one first, got it done. Okay, we're done. Then I went to the second one, and it is this round floral arch. I am sorry guys, the background noise is my fur babies. They keep wanting to come in and they're like scratching at the door, so I apologize. But anyway, the second arch that I did, it is this one right here. And good thing that they told me that they're using a round ring hoop. I have one at home, so I was like, okay, great. I can practice at home just to make sure that this is foolproof, right? It worked out fine. I did the floral install 2 times at home. The third time that I did this, I said, okay, I've got to give myself an hour or less to put this arch together, because I have a limited time available to set up these floral installs for these arches. So it took me under an hour, so I timed myself. But once I got there, by that time I was like feeling the worst. So anyway, the arches, the florals weren't as lush as they were at home, but it got done. It looked beautiful. Pictures were taken, and I really enjoyed seeing all of the married couples getting married, and my arch was in the backdrop. So that's what made it all worth it. But anyway, what I would definitely recommend is just prepare ahead as much as possible. Look at the weather. Take into account that we never know. We may catch a stomach bug. We may catch a sick virus. And so, we definitely, being prepared is my number one thing. And always take as many excess items as you need for your floral installs or your decorating. You just never know what can happen. So anyway, I hope that me going over my top 5 events and my positives and the negatives of what has happened, I hope that this has given you guys some tips, and we will see you guys on my next video. Bye!